Now, we will move on to our debate. Are group decisions better than individual ones? Alondra, you say no. Group decisions lead to paralysis by analysis. Alan, you say yes. Groups will always make better decisions than individuals. You have 5 minutes to prepare your opening statement starting now. Here we go. So, Alondra, you will go first. You have 2 minutes to deliver your opening statement beginning now.
We should not make group decisions because paralysis and analysis, because in that meantime that we are taking forever to, like Marissa said in her topic, if we might kill more civilian lives than our army ones. There could also be many biased decisions, saying maybe someone in our group could be thinking that the ways that we are living our government are bad, and they have a controlled mindset saying, oh, this is bad, we have to change it, and have biased decisions. We should, instead of fighting each other, we should be fighting the enemy. In that time, our enemy, like someone could say it to our enemy, and enemy could attack, and during those times, things would go wrong.
Okay. Alan, you say yes. Groups will always make better decisions than individuals. Begin your opening statement now.
Groups will always make better decisions in every way than individuals, because there's this thing known as myopia, as Aspen said in her previous debate, that some people they just wanted to attack, but some people just wanted to be diplomatic in those situations, and they wanted to compromise. And John F. Kennedy in that situation needed all the input that he needed to make the right decision instead of his decision, which probably could have been do nothing or full-on invasion, which was the wrong choice. So, and if you do just one individual, it's a dictatorship, pretty much. That's what it is. And you could end up in situations far worse than what we had in the missile crisis. We could end up in situations like World War II, which was a dictatorship like with Hitler. And we could end up in situations like in Korea with Kim Jong-un. And so, would you rather take longer for your decision with groups, or would you rather make the right decision and prevent people from being killed, and it prevents wars and prevents money from being lost, casualties? It prevents a lot of things with group decisions instead of just paralysis by analysis. What is that? Just wasting time. It doesn't really mean anything in terms of your people under your government.
Okay. Alondra, your counterpoints. You are supporting the idea that individuals make decisions better than groups. So the tipping point, I'll give you this example. The tipping point of Adolf Hitler's success was when the German army swore personal loyalty to him rather than to Germany. So there is one man, an individual, making all the decisions in Germany, and yet, of course, they ended up bringing the country and Europe and most of the world to ruin. So given that, how do you defend your position that individual decisions are better? You have 1 minute.
Well, see, during those Nazi times with Hitler, he was surrounded by lunatics like him. So when he made decisions, he also consulted his group that were just like him, ignorant and irrelevant. They made bad decisions that caused everyone to die. If we go into some dictatorships aren't always bad. There could be leaders that are doing good for our country, and that could be something. In Kennedy's decision, that decision came out good. Even though he didn't have military experience, he saw the civilian side and saw what could come out better than what our trained soldiers could do.
Alan, your rebuttal, 1 minute.
Well, you pretty much just argued for mine, because you said groups make better decisions, and in times where individuals make decisions, they're usually on the percentage side. They make bad decisions like Hitler did. Tell me a time where one individual made a good decision, whereas a group made a better decision.
Okay. Alan, your counterpoint? The Joint Chiefs of Staff that you have mentioned advised Kennedy to invade Cuba, and he declined their advice. Now, collectively, those men had 150 years of military experience. Kennedy had 2 years commanding a PT boat as a Navy lieutenant, as a junior officer. So how can you say that, and he ended up making the right decision, of course, because he went against that 150 years of military decisions. So given the fact that he probably made the right call in 1962, how can you say that groups will always make better decisions? You have 1 minute, go.
Groups, in that case, maybe some people in that group said to fully invade. That's because they were in myopia, like Aspen said, because they were in the military, so they wanted to attack. But John F. Kennedy had empathy for the civilians there, and he had diplomatic experience, which was the one that prevailed in that situation. And so since he had empathy in that situation, he wanted the choice that would not kill as many people, and it would create peace instead of hard power that would be a full invasion, and it would hurt a lot of people, waste a lot of money, and it would just be bad for the entire economy of both countries.
Okay. That 1 minute?
No.
Alondra, your
So
rebuttal.
You're saying that those group decisions were bad for our country. It basically, sometimes group decisions don't really work out. Things can go very bad. So I don't really know what you're trying to say here. I've heard stories of different people that sometimes those group decisions can go wrong, and more experienced people have, I guess, a fixed mindset on when things going on in crises that can cost many people's lives. Like, I'm trying to remember on Elise's topic where it says that instead of the group decision that the Kennedy's people were making was that we should go and attack and get it all over with. But I feel like in bringing back to Annalise's topic, Kennedy did the right choice because he tried to let them cool down and talk with them and see what we could compromise to instead of going all full war.
Okay.